Truth before history. Open quote. Let me be clear. This is not hate, and this is not racism. This is about facts and truth. For too long, people in power have rewritten history to fit their own narratives and agendas. Our goal here is to correct that, not with emotion, but with receipts, sources, and clarity. When we start talking about the true identity of the children of Israel, we have to start with the foundation words the world has twisted: Afro-Asiatic and Shemitic. When I say Afro-Asiatic, I'm not talking about two different races. I'm talking about the original black African world that stretched from the Nile Valley, Ethiopia, and Sudan, across the Red Sea into Arabia and Mesopotamia. It was one continuous belt of dark brown to black peoples, connected by blood, language, and culture. The word Afro means Africa, that's the root. Asiatic simply marks how Africa extended eastward into Asia. So the Afro-Asiatic world was the early African world in motion, spreading its knowledge, faith, and families into the east. Within that great family was a branch called the Shemitic line, the descendants of Shem, one of Noah's sons. From that branch came the children of Israel, the Assyrians, the early Babylonians, and the first Arabs. All of them were dark brown to black African peoples, the same complexions still seen today in Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and southern Arabia. The difference between the Hamitic and Shemitic branches wasn't color, it was direction and purpose. Both were African brothers. One settled more in the Nile and interior Africa, and the other moved east into Arabia and Mesopotamia. Later European scholars divided that one family, repainted the faces, and created false categories to make the ancient world look European. But the record, archaeology, language, and scripture all prove that the ancient empires from Egypt to Canaan to Babylon were African in root and color. So before we walk through the captivities, Assyrian, Babylonian, Persian, Greek, and Roman, hold this truth in your mind. The children of Israel were dark brown to black African people, members of the Afro-Asiatic world, the Shemitic branch of Africa's first family. This isn't about hate. It's about restoring what was hidden, correcting what was rewritten, and standing on truth.
I'm just flying high on my horse. I live by peace while you incite wars. I just mind my business, I just mind my business. While you just in your feelings, you just in your feelings.